I've been having these weird thoughts lately. Like, is any of this for real? Or not? You and I, there's a new
Gamers and gamettes, what is going on? My name is Tanek127 and welcome back to another video. And I really hope you guys, enjoy your weekend. Have a happy, safe weekend. Make sure you guys, are just safe out there. Enjoy yourselves. Do whatever you're doing. Happy gaming to everybody and all that stuff. I just wanted to leave you guys off with one last video before the weekend and before any uploads that I do later on next week. But make sure you are subscribed, smashing that like button, and let's go ahead and talk about today's topic for today's video. For today's video, I wanted to talk about next generation and the future of console MMOs because I'm going to go ahead and be realistic. As much as I hate to say it, the next gen consoles are upon us. There's a good possibility we're probably going to see announcements of consoles like PlayStation 5 and whatever the next Xbox ends up being within the next 2 or 3 years. Well, that's probably when they'll be out, sometime in the next 2 or 3 years. We'll probably see announcements of them. Hell, probably sometime within the next 2 years. I'm pretty sure the consoles will be here. A lot of media and rumor places are speculating around 2019, 2020. Me personally, I'm thinking 2020 or 2021. But whenever they arrive and when they're announced, that doesn't matter. I just want to talk to you guys about, my thoughts for the future of console MMOs, the future of console gaming in general, and stuff like that. Because I'll be honest with you, and I want to make this disclaimer before I, even start talking about my personal feelings on this. I'm not for next gen consoles yet at all. Me personally, the PS3 and 360 were one of my favorite generations because it lasted the longest, and I like it when console generations last longer and you get a lot more out of your system, and they actually take time to learn the hardware and use it at its best before it's just completely obsolete. And I personally don't feel like these consoles are obsolete yet. That's just my personal opinion. Like, for example, if you go back and look at last gen, last gen started with games like Perfect Dark Zero on 360. And then it ended, with games like Call of Duty Ghosts. If you take those two games and compare them graphically, that's a major transition, in that amount of time. And to my opinion, when I look at Xbox One and PS4, I don't feel like from their launch titles till now, I don't feel that there's that much of a vast difference yet. And that's just that's just my personal opinion. A lot of people's other opinion may differ. Don't get me wrong, the games have gotten a hell of a lot better. They look great. We've seen these little 4K and 4K upscaled upgrades thanks to these newer console iterations. And that's another thing too. Like Microsoft and Sony, within the last 2 years, they both just recently launched upgraded versions of their current consoles. And here they are already, boasting these things, toting them as, the most powerful things out and stuff like that. And here they are already ready to shove something else down our throats. But, I'm not here to whine about that. But the thing is, I just want to talk about, like what I want to see out of next gen and stuff like that. And the biggest thing and the main thing I want to see come out of these next gen consoles is developer convenience. I want things to be more convenient for game developers. Like what I do for my channel, as you guys know, I am a console MMO enthusiast. I make news, guides, reviews, and stuff like that on MMOs when they come to console. I cover leaks. I hunt down the different news about MMOs coming to console and different console ports of MMOs. One thing I do want to see for the future is I want to see the part of the purpose behind my channel become obsolete. Now let me explain something when I say that. I don't want to see my channel, like go down and there not be a reason for Tanek127 Gaming, the console MMO enthusiast, anymore. I'm not saying that. I want to be able to, like, when a console is announced for PC, I want to see it be announced for console side by side with that PC announcement. Like Terra Online, for example. This game came out for PC in like what, 2012, 2013, something like that. We got a game that was announced during the last generations of consoles, for PC, announced damn near towards the middle or even close to the end of the life cycle of our current generation of consoles. You guys see what I'm saying? You see the long difference there, like Skyforge, all of these games. You know, I want to see them, you know, if they're going to do all this, take all this power, and, you know, this is supposed to make console gaming so much better, prove it. You know, the one thing it always just seems like to me is the only thing that console developers want to match when it comes to PC is power. And that's the part that bugs me. Like, yes, you know, the great visuals and everything, wonderful. I'm all for that. But the main reason developers always flock towards PC is for the convenience, how easy it is, you know, to develop that platform. Now, I'm not saying, you know, it's a 5-minute thing that anybody can do, but it's clear that, you know, it's a lot easier to make games for PC than it is for console. It's relatively cheaper and all that stuff. I want to see, you know, some of those advantages that, you know, make PC development so easy. I want to see some of those come to console. I want to, you know, I don't want to have to keep harassing community managers, hunting down little leaks and articles and stuff like that. Oh, hold up, there's a console version of this coming in the next 2 or 3 years. No. Why don't we get a console version announced when the PC version's announced? Why don't there be a console version get developed side by side with a PC version? So that way, you know, things like cross-play and merged accounts and stuff like that can happen day one. Instead of, you know, us having to wait 2 or 3 years down the line, and then, you know, we pay for a incomplete product and they say, oh yeah, by the way, you guys are getting a console version right now, but it's not going to be nowhere near like the PC version for another 2 or 3 years. And by the way, it's free to play on PC right now, but since it's brand new on console, you have to pay for it. Which, you know, I understand developers need money and stuff like that, but if console was an easier platform to develop for, we wouldn't have to go through this with every single console MMO. You guys get what I'm saying here? The main thing I want to see, and if, you know, if these companies are really toting about this next gen stuff, the main thing I want to see is I want to see things made easier for game developers so we can have more games. You know, give us PC's power all day. You know, let us run 4K at 60 FPS. But if we don't have all the good games to go with it, what does it matter? You know, I'm just saying. And another thing I would personally like to see too is I want to see how far this philosophy that the people at Microsoft and PlayStation toted about their newer consoles, the Xbox One X and PS4 Pro. I want to see if this is really going to be like a phone upgrade kind of thing. This PS4 Pro and Xbox One X. Well, we already know that Phil Spencer stated the Xbox One X would be backwards and forwards compatible. If you don't know what that means, that basically means that the Xbox One X is going to play the games of the next generation. Now, I don't know if that means that it'll be viable that whole generation, if it'll be like the S of the next generation. I don't know how that's going to work because they haven't given too many details. But since the PS4 Pro is like a PlayStation 4 X, will the PS4 Pro be able to play some of the PS5 games that come out? You know, these are things that I wonder. Is that phone philosophy they toted really true? Because let me tell you something. Microsoft and PlayStation, they're not offering us an Apple Everywhere plan. You know, where we pay for PlayStation Plus and Xbox Live once a year, and they just give us a console upgrade that goes along on our bill. You know, kind of like what Apple does with the iPhone. And the phones, which is, you know, the biggest example they decided to tote these consoles after, those are backwards and forwards compatible with all their older and newer hardware. So are they really going to do the same thing with these consoles, or are the Pro and X going to die within a year after these new ones launch? I don't know. These are the kind of things, you know, I just wonder, and some of the stuff I want to see. Like, you know, I want to see are the big guys, are they really going to, you know, fulfill their promises? Are developers going to be looked after? Are they really about having console on an even level with PC for developer convenience? Or are the console creators just obsessed with having the power of PC? That's the kind of things I want to know. Be sure to leave your feedback in the comments below, guys. But anyway, like I said, enjoy your weekend. Y'all enjoyed this video, smash that thumbs up button for me. And I want to thank you all so much for watching. It's your boy Tanek127. And please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. And I will see you guys in the next video. Till next time, peace out. Take care.